So my video decided to cut off in the middle. Always fun. So he was talking about opening for Lewis Black. I also met Eddie Izzard in Chicago, November of 2004. Had a nice little conversation with him. He's a top-notch guy, really good guy. Also met Yngwie Malmsteen, the guitar player, and Harry Shearer, who, as you may know, is in Spinal Tap and The Simpsons. And sort of met Spike Kedley and Jamie Moses from Queen and Paul Rogers. Let's see. When I was 14, I wanted to be a professional hockey player, which, if you're my size, doesn't really work for a lot of professional sports. 5'11", 130 pounds. I would die in about 5 minutes doing just about any sport. Having said that, I do love to play, but I have mitral valve prolapse, which makes breathing difficult if I exert myself, and it always has since I was a little kid. I love to play sports. I love kayaking and jet skiing and all sorts of anything to do with water, basically. Also baseball. I was MVP on my softball team when I was 11. Which isn't really saying much because I was the oldest one on the team and the rest were, I don't know, between 5 and 8, I think. Let's see. When I was 3, very interesting, I know. I had Henoch-Schönlein purpura, which is a form of vasculitis. It sort of mimics the symptoms of juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, but there's petechia and purpura, so I couldn't walk for about 6 months because of severe swelling in my spine and knee. At the same time, I also had alopecia, which is where your hair falls out, so that's fun. I was pretty sickly kid. When I was 11, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto syndrome. It's an autoimmune thyroid disorder. Got a lot of medical stuff wrong with me, which is probably why I'm so interested in being a doctor. I can rattle off tons of medical facts that probably nobody needs to know or wants to know. Had a severe allergic reaction to my pet mice a while ago, and had to go to the hospital with bronchospastic bronchitis. My oxygen saturation was about 85% for a few weeks, which is not very good. So, medical stuff interests me, I guess, because I've had a lot of shit go wrong. I also repeat myself a lot. Happens when you really don't have much to say about yourself, I guess. I really cannot think of too much else. I'm trying really hard. I suppose I could talk about music. I was in choir in junior high and high school. That's the extent of my vocal training. I play about a dozen instruments. The piano's really the only one I play halfway decently. Favorite piano players, Dr. John, Billy Preston, Freddie Mercury, who really I don't think gets enough credit for how good he was on the piano. I mean, he was phenomenal, really. So, favorite or influential singers, obviously Freddie Mercury, Brian May, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Steve Perry, Annie Lennox. Adore Annie Lennox. She's fantastic. Yeah, that's as far as musical taste, classic rock, Queen, Elton John, Journey, anyone along those lines, as well as I said, Dr. John and Billy Preston and those bluesy, jazzy types. I've recently started trying to play a little bit of blues and jazz. I'm not very good at it yet, but I wasn't really raised with it. I just got into it fairly recently, so it'll be a while before I'm decent at it, I suppose. And also,